Hey, um, so I've been gone for a couple weeks. My apologies to everybody. I got really sick um, just before, like the weekend of Halloween is when I got real sick. And um, I was getting burned out, and I knew that. And I wasn't eating or sleeping. Um, I was exhausted. I was mentally exhausted. And then finally on Halloween on Sunday, I just fainted, but I fainted really badly. Like it wasn't just, I didn't just pass out. Like it was, real intense and involved, and it took me forever to come out of it. And it was kind of rough. And then a few hours later, I did it again and went to the hospital. And she said that the doctor there said that my vagus nerve is overreacting because it's stressed out, and that I need to find ways to relax and stuff like that. But she took my blood and looked at my heart and everything and looked at my brain and said, that my scan was okay and everything else. She said that, like, physically I'm fine. It's just, I just work myself into a lather too much trying to get things done. Like, I spread myself too thin and I try to do too many things at once, and I paid for it. So, I collapsed, and I just worked myself too hard and was trying to do too much. And after that, for 2 whole weeks, I'm still not totally recovered yet. I still have to do things in intervals. Like I don't have all my strength back yet, and I'm coughing a little bit, but I'm okay. I have to do stuff here and there. I don't have the stamina that I did before, because I'm still getting over being out of commission like that for 2 whole weeks. But I'm feeling better today. Got some things done this weekend. I will say that after fainting like that and how bad that was, um, that my emotional and mental stress, like leading up to that, that brought that on. It's like after I went down like that, I haven't worried about a damn thing. I just haven't worried. I haven't. I've thought about shit like normal, but I mean, I haven't worried myself to death thinking, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How do I finish this? How do I do that task? I'm always like, working myself into a lather. And something happened when I got sick and when I collapsed that Sunday. Something happened in me. Um, my husband says that some reset button was hit. I think my reset button wasn't just pushed, it was punched. And I just haven't stressed about anything. I just haven't. And, a lot has changed for me just in the past couple weeks, but I feel pretty good. I mean, considering I don't have any physical strength, I don't have a whole lot of energy to like do things, but I mean, mentally and emotionally, I feel pretty good. I'm not worrying myself to death about, taking all these classes I've been taking and build my business and everything else. I'm still going to do it. I'm just saying, like, it's not, I don't have the same viewpoint anymore that I did. I'm not, pushing myself to the point of, sorry, something's in my eye. I just cut my son's hair and I think I got hair in my eye. I'm not pushing myself to the point of, being completely shattered or whatever, like I usually do. I usually just like wear myself out with shit, and I just don't feel the need to do that. I don't feel the pressure of having to be perfect. I don't feel the pressure of having to cross things off the list. Like I'm one of those, and I just don't feel that way now. I'm still going to do everything. I'm just like not worrying myself about it. It's so weird to think about things I'm going to do and not worry about it, which is so dumb because I help other people, with stuff like that. So, but something in me has shifted, and I just feel really laid back about everything now. And it's like it was forced it's like the stress and the worry was just forced out of me, And with it being on Halloween when all that happened, I just figured, the ancestors are probably um, trying to tell me, because I had all kinds of stuff planned for Halloween for real. Like none of it happened. None of it happened. I was in the hospital all night long, like, you know, trying to figure out what's wrong with me. And while I was in there, the nurse was trying to get the IV in my hand because they can't get anywhere else, I guess. And something went wrong, and she did something on my hand, and it didn't work. And the nurse opens her big mouth and says, "Oh, that's not good." And immediately, I felt myself getting dizzy again. Immediately, and I said, "Hey, I'm getting lightheaded because blood and shit doesn't bother me anymore. When I was 15, I probably would have fainted regardless. But these days, it's no big deal. But because she implied that something was going wrong, is when I started getting nervous, and I realized that, and I was like, no, it's my nerves. It's my nerves. It's just my fucking nerves." And in about 10 seconds, it went away. But when they left the room, I looked at Brandon and I said, "Look, I was okay until she indicated that something was going wrong. Then all of a sudden, I started getting anxious and lightheaded." He said, "Miranda, that's your nerves. It's just your nerves." And I was like, damn, I got to get this under control, because I can't go. I'm getting too old to, keep going like. And I haven't fainted in the longest time. Like, I'm kind of notorious for that, not real bad, but like maybe once every couple of years or so. But I haven't done it in forever. And it's just weird to think that when I reach my limit, that's what I do. But I tell you what, but when I passed out Sunday, that first time I did, it took me forever to come out of that. Forever. It took me minutes. I don't know how many times I heard him call my name before I could finally answer. And that was after I could hear. You know what I mean? Like when you're unconscious, they're calling your name, you're not going to hear it right. And then how much time goes by, and then you start to kind of wake up, and then you can hear. And then you hear them calling your name, but they've been calling your name. You know what I mean? So I don't know how long I don't know how many times he said Miranda before I finally got to where I could say, like that's how bad it was. And I mean, I was sweating. I was nauseated. I was dizzy, so lightheaded. It was awful. It was like I'd lost, a fucking pint of blood. And, I mean, it took me forever to come around to get to where, and we were in the car trying to go somewhere, trying to go to my aunt's house. It never happened. I never made it there. It took me, I don't know how long to get to the point where I could sit up in the car and get into the house and into the wheelchair to be wheeled, to my bedroom. It was like, so it was just really rough. Like Sunday it was rough. And then a few hours went by, and then we were going to try to do the trick or treat. And I was like, I'm not spoiling this. He's going to do trick or treating tonight if it's the last thing that happens. And we were taking him to our friend's house, and I went down in the car then. But that one wasn't as bad. I just kind of passed out for a few seconds and came back. It wasn't the same as the first one. The first one was a doozy. The second one was like, nah. But we got him to our friend's house, and he and Brandon said, "What hospital do you want to go to?" And I was like, oh my God, this, I didn't want to go, but at the same time, I was like, you know what, I need to, because I've never fainted twice in one day in my life. Of all the times I've done it, never done it twice in one day. I was fucked up. And I said, I don't know, let's fucking go to whatever is the best one. So we went to Grandview, and they were okay. It wasn't busy that night. It wasn't crazy at all. Got in there, the doctor got distracted a lot, but, finally she gave us some of her time. And, but she said, look, there's nothing wrong with you. Your blood, your labs are fantastic. Your heart is fine. There's nothing wrong with you. You need to find ways to relax, and you need to, calm down and quit worrying yourself so much. And I was like, yeah, I know. And she said, there's nothing wrong with you. What you have is an electrical problem, because the vagus nerve is just like, out of whack. She's like, you need to calm that thing down. I said, okay, gee, thanks for the wisdom. But she did say that this is an issue that women have, which makes sense, because we're so damn disconnected from ourselves that it makes perfect sense that we are even more screwed up because of the vagus nerve and that not being regulated and shit like that. Like all that made sense. So I accepted it. I said, okay, all right, that computes. So finally we got out of there like 10:30. And then but Halloween was a rough day for me, and and nothing I took for sleep was working. I was taking some strong stuff I'm not used to taking, and it just wouldn't put me down. I wouldn't sleep. I had no appetite. I wasn't eating. I lost like 10 pounds. Y'all, I haven't weighed 159 in like the longest time. So, I mean, those 2 weeks after that, it's been a lot, but I'm eating again. I'm sleeping. Slowly getting better. I got a little bit of a dry cough, but it's not terrible. But I'm okay. And when I say I didn't get online, don't think that if I didn't answer your email that I was answering somebody else's, because I was not. I mean, when I say I was not online, I was not online. Just didn't check anything, nothing. And I still have my damn 30-day ban on Facebook I got to go through because I said I was going to shoot a fucking alligator. So, but that's going to be up. That the 30 days will be up on the 16th or something. So it's just a couple more days. But, and that Facebook thing, every time they ban me for something, like if I say the word shoot or shot, if you just say that, so you can tell it's like not people because they could go by the context and be like, oh, okay, it's not what they. But it's got to just be a computer going through and like looking for words. There's no way a person is sitting there looking through all that stuff. So anyway, I'll deal with that later. But Facebook is good until they don't let me use it. And then it's like, I don't want to use it anymore. Like, you go 30 damn days not using somebody's website because a computer kicked you off. It's like, oh, well, okay, I guess I don't need you. So I still want to keep it and I still want to use it. It's just, I forget it's there. So, because I keep getting banned. I'm not even fucking bothering anybody. Like, for real, I don't even do anything. I don't even bother anybody. So anyway. Oh, and I went to urgent care, for the sleep because like I was going days without sleep and I was loopy. I was just delirious with fatigue. And I was sitting in urgent care in one of those little rooms just crying, because like I was so fucking tired. And the doctor came in, but he's not an MD, he's a DO. He's a DO, which means that he's into holistic health and shit like that, which is great because that's what I needed. And me and him had a great conversation, but he was like, all right, look, start from the beginning. And I told him everything that happened, and he was like, what changed in your life a few days ago that brought this on? And I said, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I knew I was like reaching my limits, with stressing myself about everything and trying to get things done. I was going to try to take some time off from work and, ended up just, not going back, but but I feel pretty good about that actually, because I've got some other things in the works, but I'm going to get back to the Transformation Tuesday emails. Past 2 I haven't sent because I've been sick as fuck, but everything's going to, starting tomorrow, everything's going to go back to normal, so, but anyway, I talked to the doctor in there, and he had all kinds of good ideas, but he gave me baclofen to help me sleep or whatever. And I was like, bro, that's not going to do anything. Because he's holistic, so he doesn't want to dope people up. And I'm like, I mean, I don't take a lot of medicines because, like, I'm almost never sick. So you'd think that I'd be kind of sensitive to stuff. And for the most part, I am. But baclofen, like, come on. So, but I was going to be a good sport. I took it anyway. Didn't do shit. I just put it away. I don't even know where it is now, actually, to be honest. Well, it might be in there, but I mean, baclofen is a light muscle relaxer. That's for somebody who's like never had it before. Well, I've never had it before either, but I was at a point where I needed something to put me down. I was hoping he'd give me Ambien or something good like that, but Ambien has a lot of risks along with it. Like, I've known people that have taken it who just had really bad reactions. Not that I was thinking it'd be me, but anyway. So he didn't give me anything good, but I got out of there with the stupid baclofen. And then a couple days later, I went back because I was getting a cough. And then since then, he also ordered for me an echocardiogram, which I got, which was weird. Make me kind of nervous because she was like marking all kinds of stuff on the screen. And I said, how does it look? She was like, no, I can't really say. The doctor has it. I was like, I didn't do that, but shit, you know. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I feel fine. Like, my heart's not doing anything weird. It's just, I think he was just trying to, like, do a precautionary thing and rule shit out. So he, like, ordered that. And last but not least, my least favorite part, really, is this thing. So it's stuck on there. It's a sticker. See that? This is the biggest pain in the ass because now it's itching. And this is the new sticker. I've switched it out. Because it's got to come off and charge and everything else. This is a damn 30-day monitor. I have to wear this for 30 days. Yeah.
Can you post that for me?
Not really. It's live, but no. You need me to do something?
I wanted to show you this.
Okay, well, give me a minute now, and I'll come out. I'm almost done, okay? Give me a second. So anyway. So yeah, this is 30 days, and it's just the biggest pain in the ass. And I can't, can't take a tub bath. Well, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I did, but I just didn't submerge it, because you can't put it on like underwater. So I was in the tub, I just wasn't all the way under the water. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, tomorrow marks like 1 week, and I have 3 to go with this thing, and it's just like driving me nuts. There's nothing wrong with my fucking heart. But anyway. In the meantime, everything's okay. I've gotten other stuff done, like, because I've been at the house. I was on the couch for like a week and a half, but I just can't believe, like, the stress. Let me tell you, when you stretch yourself out and you worry yourself to the point where you actually collapse, like physically collapse and go unconscious and faint, like, that's crazy. Never do that to yourself. Don't push yourself to that point like I did. I'm doing better now, but it's been 2 whole weeks of not doing anything. Well, just take it from me. Don't, if you're like me and you like to get things done and cross stuff off the list, ye old list, and, accomplish things right and left, and make sure you're doing this and make sure you're doing that, and trying to do the right thing, and trying to, whatever the fuck, trying to add to your repertoire or whatever. Look, let me tell you something. All that shit, all those classes, all that stuff you're trying to do, organizing the garage, whatever, all that shit's gonna be there no matter what. It's gonna sit there. It's not going anywhere. Do not push yourself to the point where you faint from emotional stress or mental stress, what have you. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. Slow down. You don't have to be perfect. Just slow down. Take a breather. Do one damn thing at a time. I'm still going to work on, I got to get my yoga thing back going again. I got to, get back into my books. I was going to start doing a detox, like, my body. I got to start doing that again. So there's like a lot of things, and I got a few more classes I'm going to be taking. But I mean, so I've got all this stuff lined up in my mind. But let me tell you, since I went down that Sunday on Halloween, I haven't stressed about it. I've thought about it, but I haven't thought to myself, oh my God, how am I going to get all that done? It just hasn't occurred to me that way. And it's just like something shifted in me. Something happened that made me stop worrying. And I just haven't. So, and I know everything is still sitting there. I know my classes are still sitting there. I know the housework is still sitting there. I know, the grocery shopping or whatever it is I've got to do is it's still gonna be, I'm just not worrying about it. And like trying to accomplish stuff and trying to, add to my list of things I've done and certificates and, and whatever, and trying to write, on my Patreon and stuff like that for y'all. It's like I think about all that stuff, but I'm just not worrying myself to death about it. I'm just not. So it's going to be okay. If you're feeling like that, please don't. I'll do a whole other video about this, when the time is right. But I mean, do not push yourself to the point where you just collapse. Because it sucks. It doesn't feel good. And then it really sets you back. Look how far back I got set, by, missing all that time. Y'all haven't gotten the last two Transformation Tuesday emails. I haven't been writing on my Patreon or my WordPress. I haven't been on here talking to y'all and keeping up with everybody. It's just like it really set me back. But that's what was needed. That was the wake up call I needed to get the message, from the universe, my ancestors, or my spirit guides, or whoever, to just say, listen, damn it, slow down. And let me tell you, it slowed me down. Like I was on the couch not doing anything for 2 weeks, and my muscles hurt. My back muscles hurt real bad. My hip muscles hurt really bad when I was like, for the first several days, I'd say for the first week, I was in a lot of physical pain. It was really weird. I guess that was from not sleeping, because if I don't sleep, my muscles hurt. And, just shit like that. So I'm going to try to, in this video, because I don't want to drag it out too long, but basically I just want to say I'm okay. I pushed myself too hard, way too hard, and got my ass handed to me. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to operate that way anymore. And I'm just going to, be kinder to myself and not try to be perfect and be hard on myself, because that's not the way to go. That plus working on myself and the soul searching and reading books about working on myself and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's just everything you can imagine that somebody would be trying to do for self-improvement. I was doing it, and it was an overload. So let me tell you, pick one thing and just do that, and then get it out of the way, and then move on to the next thing. Take my word for it. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for keeping up with me and checking in on me. I got a bunch of messages from people, I thank you for that. I'll be online, starting tomorrow, like normal, and have some stuff written up for y'all. Get y'all some stuff to read and get my emails going again. So thanks for listening to this, and I hope that I said something that helps, because now I know. So take it easy, have a good night, and for God's sake, be kind to yourself. Go easy on yourself, and don't worry about being perfect. Just do what you can, and take your time with it, and focus more on the quality of what you're doing, instead of getting it done quickly or, what have you. You don't have to do that. It's the quality, and take your time with it and learn your lessons, and, just be kind to yourself. So I hope that helps, and I'll be back online tomorrow. Thank you so much.